Have you ever imagined being able to create a totally realistic 3D world just by, I don't know, typing a few words? Or maybe just by taking a quick video on your phone? Well, that's not sci-fi anymore. Today, we're jumping into Luma AI. This is the company that's just completely tearing down the walls to 3D content creation and literally putting the power to build new worlds into all of our hands.
And Luma's whole mission is as simple as it is ambitious. Everything we can imagine should be real. I mean, talk about a bold statement, right? This perfectly sets the stage for what we're about to get into. They're not just building another piece of software. They're trying to build a universal imagination engine.
So, here's the game plan. First, we're going to look at the viral sensation that is Dream Machine. Then, we'll peek under the hood at the imagination engine that makes it all tick. After that, we'll follow the money, see who's backing this thing, and then we're going to tackle the big debate. Is it a Sora killer or an IP stealer? And finally, we'll look at their ultimate mission, which is to, well, shape infinite worlds.
All right, let's kick things off with the tool that basically exploded onto everyone's social media feed, the Dream Machine. This is the thing that really made the whole world stop and pay attention to Luma AI.
You know, for decades, making high-quality 3D stuff was basically reserved for the pros, People with huge budgets, years of specialized training. We're talking crazy expensive software, massive computer farms, and whole teams of artists. Luma AI just completely flips that script. Now all you need is your phone or a web browser, and you can start bringing your ideas to life. It's a massive shift.
So what exactly is the Dream Machine? Well, it was launched in June 2024, and it's an AI model that takes your text prompts or even just a single picture and magically turns it into a high-quality 5-second video. And its real secret sauce? It's just incredibly good at creating realistic, smooth motion while keeping the characters and objects perfectly consistent through the whole clip. And of course, people immediately started pushing this thing to its limits. I mean, within days of it going public, social media just blew up. We saw all the classic memes like the distracted boyfriend turned into these bizarrely realistic video clips. Famous paintings started moving. Someone even made this absolutely stunning Pixar-style animation of a girl in ancient Egypt that got shared millions and millions of times. This wasn't just the tech demo, it was a full-on cultural moment.
So, how in the world did Luma get here so fast? A viral hit like Dream Machine, It doesn't just appear out of thin air. It's actually built on this foundation of unbelievably rapid technological development. The pace Luma is moving at is just relentless. If you look at their timeline, you see these massive feature releases dropping almost every single month. We're talking a brand new foundational model with 10 times the power, all the way to cinematic camera controls and director-level video editing. This is not gradual improvement, folks. This is a full-on sprint happening right out in the open.
And the engine that's driving all this incredible progress? It's called Ray 2. Now, this isn't just one tool. It's a foundational multimodal architecture. All that really means is that it's designed from the ground up to understand and work with text, images, and video all at the same time. And that's really the key to its power.
Now, one of the core technologies that Luma really pioneered is something called NeRFs, or neural radiance fields. Okay, the simplest way to think about it is like this. You take a bunch of 2D pictures of an object from different angles, right? A NeRF can then use those to build a complete 3D memory of that object. It understands its shape, its texture, and exactly how light bounces off of it from every single possible viewpoint. It's wild. And Luma has made this super complex process incredibly simple. You just walk around an object with your phone, record a little video, and that's it. You upload it, and Luma's AI uses tech like NeRFs to reconstruct a photorealistic 3D model. And that model can then be used in pretty much anything: a video game, an AR shopping app, even architectural models.
Okay, but this kind of rapid-fire innovation, it requires some serious resources. So who's betting big on Luma AI? Let's follow the money and see the major players who are fueling this rocket ship.
$173 million. Let that sink in for a second. That's how much Luma AI has raised across 5 different funding rounds. This is not just some startup with a cool idea anymore. This is a company with massive financial backing and the full confidence of some of the biggest names in technology. And the list of who's investing, it reads like a who's who of Silicon Valley. You've got tech giants like Amazon and the chipmaker AMD, whose hardware is absolutely essential for training these models. And then you have top-tier venture capital firms like Andreessen Horowitz, A16Z. This mix of strategic corporate money and pure financial investment, it tells you the industry sees Luma as a major contender for the future of AI.
But of course, with that much hype and that much money, you're going to get intense scrutiny. The launch of Dream Machine immediately kicked off this really fierce debate online, and it raised some very, very important questions.
And this is really the central question that everyone's asking. Is Dream Machine this revolutionary tool for creators that's going to democratize filmmaking? Or is it a tool that opens up a whole can of worms with ethical and legal concerns about intellectual property? The reaction was just split right down the middle. On the one hand, people immediately hailed it as a Sora killer, a super powerful alternative to OpenAI's model that you could actually, use. People were raving about its incredible motion and how well it followed prompts. But on the other hand, critics immediately pointed to this huge problem. Luma hasn't said what data it used to train its model, and that's led to these major concerns about copyright infringement.
And this wasn't just some theoretical what-if problem. A user created a trailer for a fake movie called Monster Camp, and it went viral because it clearly copied the style of Pixar's Monsters, Inc. It even had a character that was almost identical to Mike Wazowski. Critics jumped all over it, accusing Luma of building a tool that makes it way too easy to just steal existing IP.
But to really understand Luma, we have to look past the 5-second clips and all the online drama. We need to zoom way out and look at their much bigger and way more ambitious long-term vision.
This quote right here, this reveals Luma's true ambition. It's so much bigger than just text to video. Their goal is to build multimodal general intelligence, a form of AI that doesn't just make stuff, but can actually understand and operate in the real world.
So what does multimodal general intelligence actually mean in plain English? It means they're building what are known as world models. So instead of just learning from text, these models learn from video and audio and language all at the same time, a lot like how our brains learn. The end goal is an AI that can see, hear, and reason about the world, and that can collaborate with us in ways we're really only just beginning to imagine.
And that really brings us to the final crucial question that Luma AI is asking all of us. As these incredibly powerful tools get easier and easier to use, the ability to create and manipulate our digital reality is going to be something we've never seen before. The technology is here, the power is in our hands. So the only real question left is, what are we going to build with it?